Every night, without fail, he came home at 7 sharp. Shoes at the door, a kiss on the cheek, dinner together, but one evening, he didn't. At first, she thought it was traffic. Then an hour passed. Then two, and as the hours slipped by, her heart whispered a question she didn't want to hear. What if he was never coming home? What happened that night would change her life forever. They were young, newly married, barely starting out. Life wasn't easy, bills stacked high, the fridge often half empty. But he always found a way to bring joy home. Some nights he carried groceries, other nights just a single flower from the roadside. And always that tired but glowing smile. She remembered his laugh when their baby gripped his finger, the way he hummed while fixing broken things. Ordinary moments, yet priceless. That Tuesday felt ordinary. Too ordinary. Dinner on the stove. Baby's toys scattered. 7 p.m. came. No sound of keys. 7:30, she called, no answer. 8:15, straight to voicemail.by midnight, panic swallowed her whole. She called friends, colleagues, hospitals, no one had seen him. The baby's toys sat untouched. The food grew cold. The silence pressed against her chest. She went to the police. They listened, took notes, and promised to look into it. Days passed, nothing. Rumors whispered, maybe he left her, maybe he found someone else. Her heart refused to believe it. She clung to his last words, don't worry, love. Soon life will get better for us. At night she lay awake, listening for footsteps. Every ring of the phone made her heart leap only to collapse when it wasn't him. She walked the streets alone, clutching his photo. She asked strangers, shopkeepers, bus drivers, have you seen him? Most shook their heads. Some barely looked. At night, she stood at the train station, scanning crowds. Each time a man passed, her heart leapt. But it was never him. One rainy night, she thought she saw him. She ran, calling his name, but it was a stranger. Her knees hit the pavement. Tears mixed with rain. Her hope slipping away, the police asked her to come to the station. Identify the body. Her stomach turned. She froze. No one had prepared her for these words. She walked slowly, every step heavier than the last when she entered the room. He lay there, silent, cold, gone. She clutched his photo, trembling. The necklace he bought sat in his coat pocket untouched. Tears streamed down her face. She whispered his name, hoping somehow he could hear. The funeral came a few days later. She held their baby in her arms, feeling the weight of sorrow and responsibility. The chapel was small. Friends and family sat in quiet rows. The coffin rested at the front. She wanted to scream, to tell everyone it was a mistake. But all she could do was whisper his name. The pastor's words washed over her, distant and hollow. Her mind clung to memories, his laugh, the way he hummed fixing things, the way he tucked their child into bed. When the coffin was lowered, she dropped the necklace into her palm. Tears mixed with soil. The baby whimpered, a tiny reminder that life, even in loss, must continue. Back at home, the silence was suffocating. His shoes by the door, his favorite chair untouched, his clothes still faintly smelled of him. At night, she reached for his side of the bed, cold, empty. She whispered his name, hoping for an impossible response. Some days, anger consumed her. Why hadn't he told her how tired he was? Why hadn't he let her share the burden? Other days, guilt took hold. Had she missed signs? Could she have done something differently? She cried herself to sleep, holding the baby, holding the necklace, whispering, I'll carry you for him, through tears and sleepless nights. She realized the child was her lifeline, the living proof of his love. Every cry, every laugh, every tiny hand holding hers reminded her she must endure. Months passed. She found her footing, one step at a time. Every morning she wore the necklace he never gave her. a tangible reminder of his sacrifice. It was more than jewelry. It was a promise. She worked, she built, she raised their child. And she told stories of their father, not just of his death, but of his love, his laughter, his dreams. Years later, their child asked, "Mom, will I ever see Dad again?" She smiled through tears. "No, sweetheart. But he is always with us, in every laugh, every hug, every heartbeat. He gave us the courage to live, even when it hurts, the life they had dreamed of together, she finally made real. Not just for herself, but for the child who carried a piece of him. Sometimes the people we love carry burdens we never see. Until it's too late, this story is not just fiction, it's reality for many families around the world. So I'll ask you this: what would you do if the person you loved most never came home? Share your thoughts in the comments. Because stories like this are closer to real life than we think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Put us on post notification and share with your friends and family. Realist Tales.